What's going on, everybody? I'm Shy. This is TheDollarTree. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Yes, timestamps are in the description. Yes, I do that because I am an avid YouTube watcher. So I make sure I do that for my fellow YouTube watchers. All right, so go ahead, break the thumb on that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more. Any questions, comments, concerns, whatever the case may be, DM us on Instagram at the.dollar.tree. And let's get to what's going on right now in this market. I am finally on top of things and giving you a to the minute or to the hour, let's just say to the hour update as far as the 4 hours concerned. Let's jump right into it. Let's take a look at what's been happening with Bitcoin. Let's start with Bitcoin. All right. Okay, so as we know, Bitcoin has been bullish recently, and it is still bullish. If you look at the weekly. Let's start with the daily. Okay, if you look at the daily, it looks like it's rounding off at the top. So you might see some downside coming in. So on the daily, I've got these two circles drawn as to describe recent price action zones on the daily. Okay, so the furthest to the left, the larger circle is where you could possibly see support, major support, or you could see the other trading range where the smaller circle is located to the right. The screenshot where you also may see longer term support as well. Now, currently, just so you know, I'm going to throw a screenshot up here of the KuCoin chart. And the KuCoin chart, what did I tell you about my indicator of the long wick? You see this long wick right here on this KuCoin chart? Yes, I expect Bitcoin to come down and at least see that 12,740 where this wick is. Now, if my theory is true, if my indicator of the long wickety is true, yeah, you'll see Bitcoin come down there. Now let's take a look at the weekly. Let's switch over to the screenshot for the weekly, so we get the synopsis. Now, as far as the weekly is concerned, if Bitcoin doesn't break this zone up here around 13.1 and trends higher to 13.8, 14,000, where you see to the left, which is where that wick is, from the summer of 2019, June 2019, you're going to see a midterm pullback to this circle that I have on this weekly chart, which is in that, it could be anywhere from 9,000 to 11,000. That's a huge drop. But, of course, I will have to keep you guys up to date to give you a better idea of exactly where it will fall. So now I know I talked a lot about those futures gap getting filled. Again, this market is extremely unpredictable and you have to be on top of it at bare minimum every 8 hours, right? I would say probably every 8 hours. So yeah, I drew the circle in that area, and pretty much that's where you can see Bitcoin pull back to. But if you zoom into that area again, the more realistic zone for it to pull back to short term, if it's to continue higher and accumulate to break 13.1, the top end of that circle, which is around 11,100 to 11,600, where it was trading before it broke out to 13,000. So you got to be wary, you have to be aware of where it was previously in order to determine, where it could bounce at going forward. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. That's an update. If you want to know where I think it's going, like I said, you got a wick on a shorter term chart down to 12,700. It's been pulling back right now as we speak. So currently at 12,880. And like I said, you're gonna see some pullback from it right now. Looking at the chart. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on to what's next. Chainlink. All right, guys. So on this screenshot, I drew a line from a previous breakout / support to see if it can put in a higher high with the pullback with Bitcoin. It's not going to be that coveted, $6, $7 area, but it's closer to that $10 range. So can it put in a higher high? And I'm gonna tell you right now, Bitcoin pulls back hard. No, Bitcoin dominance is increasing as we speak. So what I look for, this is very simple with Link. Like I said in the previous video, 2 videos ago, Link has been putting in higher highs. That is a bullish sign. Can it put in a fourth higher high? If it breaks below $10, you're looking at short-term bearish and a pullback with Bitcoin. Now, here's another scenario. Short-term pullback with Bitcoin, long-term run-up because money flows ultimately into the altcoins like it did over the summer. But again, we have to wait and see. And, I'll do my best to keep you guys up to date on that. So that's a quick update on Link. It's the other video is not really that old, but just a slight update as far as can it put in a higher high. It's a bearish engulfing candle here on the 12-hour on this screenshot. So, that determines downside. Let's see if it can bounce at around $11 even, high $10.80. So let's move on to Tezos. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Tezos has pretty much been holding strong. It looks like it's trying to round off on this structure on the daily. Short-term bearish, of course. Now, if it comes down bearish, we're hoping that that $1.90, that original double bottom bounce around around $1.90 holds. I discussed that in the previous video. So look for that. Bitcoin continues to pull back to 11.5 over time. If you don't get any upside from Tezos, you can see a support touch at $1.90 and even a break lower. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Tezos break below $1.90, that's pretty bearish for a decent amount of time. However, that's also an opportunity again to accumulate. Like I said, I'm a bear. I'm only a bull in a bear market right now. Knowing that we're considered to be in a bull market, I like to have opportunities to accumulate as much of these coins as possible, get as much money in at good prices as possible to maximize gains over the course of the run-up. Now, I also have a video coming down the line about whether these coins will continue to go higher or not. It's a perspective that people should consider because it is, it's a perspective. But anyway, that's a future video. Let's move on from Tezos. That's Tezos, all right? $1.90 doesn't hold. Your next major support is around $1.35 to $1.40. I will chart that immediately and put the video up if $1.90 does not hold. But pretty much right now, you're accumulating at that $1.90 to $2 range. If that breaks, your stop loss need to be right support, not financial advice. Your stop loss should be directly below that, because you can expect more downside, especially if Bitcoin turns slightly bearish and starts to head toward any of those gaps around. Remember, you got a futures gap at 11,100 on Bitcoin as well. Sorry, I didn't mean to mention that. So that could be another. That could be also the low end of that zone, that circle zone that I charted before, where you bounce at that gap at 11.1. So let's move on to our next one, Uniswap. Uniswap is pretty simple, guys. It broke lower as expected. That's what I told you guys. Expect Uniswap to come back down to that. Listen, Uniswap, in my opinion, is very bearish right now. Very bearish. Yes, you might have some run-ups here and there, but as I told you, I really like UNI. And I said I was thinking about scaling into UNI, but I'm definitely not thinking about it right now. I would only make a short-term trade on UNI if it starts to run bullish with the rest of the market. In the event that the market starts to return to bullish toward the end of this year or early next year. All right, so that's my take on UNI. As you can see, $2.80 as expected. Like I stated in the previous video, was broken. Now your next, where I drew this line, your support is down here at that $2.50. It's different depending on the exchange that you use, but it's still in that same range, guys. All right, so let's keep it pushing. Let's move on to the next. Not much to really cover on UNI because, like I said, UNI is overall bearish, but I'm keeping you guys aware of the support levels. I'm not buying UNI right now, and I already told you guys in the original video where my stop losses and everything else for UNI was. For the small amount that I had before and for the amount that I had when it ran up. Okay, so let's move on. Now you got Vechain, guys. Vechain's been actually pretty good. If you can see on this 4-hour, I drew this line here to show you guys that it has been putting in higher highs, which is very good. However, will it hold? I don't think so. Especially if Bitcoin is bearish. I know Bitcoin is bearish. And why I say that is because Bitcoin dominance is increasing. So Bitcoin dominance increase with lower Bitcoin prices is a negative for the altcoins. I don't like to just start and stop at Bitcoin dominance is going up, altcoins go down. That's not true. I'm actually going to flash a screenshot right here of altcoins that are actually trending, have been trending upward. You got Kusama, KSM, which has been doing very well after a breakout. And I want to also mention that when these coins are strong, they're strong. It doesn't matter what Bitcoin does when they're strong. They may pull back with Bitcoin slightly, but they will continue higher because they are breaking out. They're in a very bullish pattern. Okay, so Vechain. If Vechain breaks this rising line that I've drew, now if it breaks lower, this is what I'm telling you. You know, nothing much different from the previous Vechain video, but if you are new to this channel, which based on the statistics, based on me looking at you know, all the info coming into the channel, a lot of you new viewers haven't heard this. If Chainlink breaks this line and trends lower, you're looking at support at 1 cent. Where this line starts over here at the beginning, that's 1 cent right there. That's where it bounced. Okay, if it breaks 1 cent, I'll see you in under a penny at 80% of a penny, 0.8 of a penny. Okay, that's where I'll see you if this breaks, especially if Bitcoin dominance increases, the market share for the money flows into Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance increases with lower Bitcoin prices, especially to pull back to 11K. All right, 11,500 to 11,100 support. You will see Vechain come down to that 1 cent either now or then, or even lower. But if it breaks 1 cent, your next major trading zone, your next major support is going to be down in that 80% of a penny area. I'll keep you guys up to date as best as possible. Let's move on to our final one here, which is Swipe. And I'm going to tell you right now, Swipe is in deep waters. All right, it broke to the downside. It has broken below this support line, this accumulation line. Now, in the video, I told you where you're looking to see the price of Swipe go, and that price is 82 cents. Depending on the exchange, of course, it'll be different. A lot of exchanges, it might be 82 cents for this exchange, 86 cents for another, 78 for another. All right, so you know, chart it according to the exchange or similar to this exchange that I'm using right now. But again, with Bitcoin, with all the money seemingly flowing into Bitcoin, I can definitely see Swipe continuing lower. Swipe below that dollar is bearish. Okay. So now that it's bearish and it's broken lower, you'll see some small pumps in the interim for a little bit of price stabilization in that mid to high 80 cent range. But I don't expect to see Swipe become bullish until the next year. And even then, I'm going to have a video coming down about, can Swipe get back to that $5 level for the rest of this bull cycle? Can it or can it not? All right. So that's all I got for you guys today as far as this is concerned. Let's talk a little bit about the channel update real quick before I get out of here. I really want to give a huge thanks and a shout out to our new subscribers that's come in. We have officially broke 300 subscribers, on our way to 500. Much appreciated, guys. I definitely intend to, you know, keep it going, keep it flowing for y'all as far as the content and everything is concerned. So here's what we got going on as far as coming down the line for videos. So of course, I've got the video about the bull run. You know, what type of prices will we see? I definitely got this coin that I am extremely excited about that has good upside potential. That video is coming down the line as well. Now, if you guys have any questions or any video ideas, go ahead and DM us on Instagram at the.dollar.tree. Do not do it in the comment section, please. Video ideas. However, you know, just leave us any, you know, let me know what you guys think about, you know, this current price action right now in the market. What coins are you guys holding? You know, what are you guys looking forward to as far as the market is concerned? And most importantly, be patient. Because when it comes to putting the money in a lot of these things and investments, especially with Bitcoin, with these radical ups and downs, you got to be patient. Algorand, not really much to cover on Algorand, but I will definitely keep you up to date. Yes, it is pulling back right now, but it hasn't broken that major support, that 27 cents area, a little bit lower depending on the exchange, high 26s, maybe mid 26s, but it has not broken that yet. But, you know, we discussed that in the previous video. You can go ahead and check that out to where the price may go if that breaks. I'm Shy. This is the Dollar Tree, and I will see you guys in the next video. Appreciate everybody for watching. Good day. Have a good day.